He sure will. He's been doing this all season long. He'd love to come up with a dramatic hit, but he's not going to chase a borderline pitch.
High drive to center. It's deep, but it will be caught just shy of the track by Edman for the first out. Retired. Here comes Bichette, who hit a 3-run homer back in the 3rd.
Snell got Bichette 0 for 3 in game 5. Bo is 2 for 14 against Blake Snell.
The 0-1. Changeup misses outside, ball and a strike.
Look at the outfield. The lineman shifted way over to the opposite direction. Kike Hernandez is basically in the power alley in left center, and Tommy Edman is shaded both to right center. And they're all deep.
2 balls and a strike on Bichette. This one is going to drop in left. Another hit for Bichette. And the Blue Jays have the winning run aboard with 1 out in the bottom of the 9th. And here comes Kiner-Falefa to run for Bichette.
Bo's second hit of the night. He's been on base 3 times. And he gets a 1-out single, and he'll leave the game in favor of the pinch runner.
Not 100%, but boy, what an impact Bo Bichette has had on this World Series. Here's Barger. Down and away, ball 1. Barger has a couple of hits on Blake Snell.
2 for 2.
Yeah, 2 for 2 and a walk back in game 5. It's outside, and it's 2-0. And Yamamoto is throwing. He was the starter last night.
96 pitches for Yamamoto in 6 innings.
Game 7 of the World Series. On the edge, 2-1. Bichette now an observer. Kiner-Falefa the runner. And the 2-1 pitch. 2-2. John Schneider probably not a fan of it. Looked like it might have been low. It goes Snell's way. The 2-2. And he tied him up. And Barger is shaken up.
Fastball inside. You see he pounded off on his left leg, right on the shin. That ball down and in, and he gets a piece of it. It's right on the leg above his foot.
And now head athletic trainer Jose Ministral and John Schneider are out to have a look at Barger.
Barger hit a walk-off home run back on June 17th. against the Arizona Diamondbacks.
He'll stay.
He also had a walk-off base hit on July 5th against the Angels.
Mark Shapiro and other members of his family, the front office, looking on. 2-2 the count on Barger. And this is dribbled foul up the third baseline. So we'll do it all over again. Jeff Hoffman got the last out of the 8th, the first out of the 9th, and then Miguel Rojas with a home run to tie it before he got Ohtani and Smith. And now the Blue Jays trying to win it, bottom 9. Again, the 2-2. And a foul back by Barger. Who, as we mentioned earlier, is having a whale of a World Series. He's hitting .480, 12 for 25 in the World Series. And he's feeling that left shin. You can tell how much it's hurting, but he is not even considering, obviously, coming out of this game. He'd have to have a bone sticking through the uniform to come out of this game. Kiner for left for the lead. And again the 2-2. It's in the dirt, and it's a full count.
Great take right there.
Alejandro Kirk is on deck. Snell sets. And the 3-2.
It's out.
It's out. Barely, says Jordan Baker, the home plate umpire. Snell wanted it, doesn't get it. Barger walks in the winning runs at second base.
Addison Barger's been on base 3 times tonight. What a terrific at bat that was. Taking tough pitches off of Blake Snell.
Now Kirk, who is 6 for 10 in his career against Snell, and that's why Dave Roberts is making the move. Snell is out of the game, and Dave Roberts is going to Yoshinobu Yamamoto.
Incredible. It shows you what Game 7s mean to these teams.
Certainty. We have a plan to secure our future, and it starts in the Ring of Fire, an area in northern Ontario rich with critical minerals, the ones needed to build medical devices. We can create more than 70,000 jobs across the province by unearthing these minerals and add $22 billion to Ontario's economy. That's how we protect Ontario, made from the Ring of Fire.
Special team, folks, and everybody standing here at Rogers Center.
This is it.
This is a season to remember.
We've done it before.
Touch them all, Joe. You'll never hit a bigger home run in your life.
And we can do it again.
She's gone! Unbelievable. The Toronto Blue Jays are going to the World Series.
This is our time.
Drama, more intrigue, shades of Randy Johnson in 2001, who went 7 innings to get the win for the Diamondbacks in Game 6 of that World Series against the Yankees, and then came out the next night and got the last 4 outs to lock it down and win a World Series. Yamamoto trying to get this game to extra innings.
96 pitches last night in 6 innings. You can see he's pitched allowed 34 2/3. He's allowed 22 hits. He faced Alejandro Kirk first in Game 2. Kirk, he hit a line drive to the first baseman, and then he had a sacrifice fly in the 3rd inning. He drove in the only run that Yamamoto surrendered in that 5-1 Dodger win. And then last night, Alejandro faced Yamamoto twice, and he popped out and struck out on a splitter in the 5th inning.
So the winning runs at second, and now you got to think, if you're Carlos Fabulous, who may become the most important man in the ballpark here, you got to think about the arms in the outfield for the Dodgers.
Dave Roberts told us his evaluation, Kike Hernandez has a 60 arm on a scale of 80. Center fielder Tommy Edmonds only 45, and Teoscar 55 in right.
IKF at second, potentially the winning run. The pitch to Kirk, in there for a strike, 0-1.
Obviously, you got to get a big secondary lead here, but at the same time, you can't get doubled off on a line drive. That's happened to the Blue Jays a couple of times. Hit him.
It hit him, and the bases are loaded. Will the Dodgers challenge this? It looks like they're going to.
You've got to.
Yeah.
Just take a chance and hit the bat first.
The fielder's by pitch, Los Angeles challenge.
Kirk flexing that right hand. Oh, yeah, clearly hit him on the wrist, right?
Right
wrist.
on the right wrist,
Yeah.
right forearm.
Right there.
Right
yeah.
there.
Yeah.
Obviously hit him. He got hit on the left hand last night.
After review, the calling field confirmed the batter was hit by the pitch. Los Angeles has one challenge game.
So now the bases are loaded. The winning run is 90 feet away. The batter is Dalton Varsho. The infield is in. The outfielders have come in.
Interesting meeting now going on. I mean, what can you tell him? Hey, the bases are loaded.
So talk to me about Dalton Varsho. Obviously a productive hitter, a guy with a ton of extra base hit power, but a guy with a lot of swing and miss in his game. What does he need to do in this situation?
He needs to make sure that if he offers it a fastball and it's down, especially until he gets 2 strikes, he has to lay off that high fastball, get something he can drive. They've made a defensive change here as Tommy Edman. We mentioned he's got a bad arm. He's not throwing it like an outfielder. Andy Pajes comes in. He's got the best outfield arm on the Dodgers.
Yeah, they put him in just in case there's a fly ball to him to give them a better chance to throw out Kiner Falefa at the plate.
Interesting. Dave Roberts talked about this specifically in this situation. If I had a sacrifice fly situation on defense, I would hope to have Pajes in the game, and he's put him in center field.
No stone unturned in a game 7. Look how shallow the outfielders are. Pajes may back up a little bit from where he is right now, and there he goes. But they know the speed of IKF. They know their arms. And now Dalton Varsho steps in with a chance to win the World Series. Even Chris Bassett can hardly bear to look. Not looking at all right now. The 1-0. It's foul at the first baseline, 1-1.
Well, obviously you want to get the ball in the air. And Yamamoto with that great split finger pitch, he'll get a lot of ground balls, and the infield is right at the edge of the turf here.
And the pitch. On the outside corner, 1-2. Vladdy not the only one praying in this ballpark right now. Yamamoto the center. And the pitch. It's grounded to second. Rojas coming home in time. And they force Kiner Falefa at the plate.
What a play by Rojas. He staggered once he caught the ball and was able to maintain his balance, but made a throw to the plate. The Blue Jays are going to challenge the call at home plate, but what a play by Rojas. That ball knocked him to his heels.
The call on the field is out. Toronto is challenging.
Rojas gets the hard hit ball, and then watch how he staggers when he catches it, but he's able to right himself, throws to home plate in time to
His
get
foot.
Kiner Falefa.
Well, look at Smith's foot. Smith's foot may not have been on the plate.
That's interesting because the ball got there.
The ball definitely beat him, but was Smith's foot in the air?
It came off home plate.
Is there a chance the Blue Jays are going to win the World Series on a challenge being overturned?
You got to see that foot. Does it get off home plate? Right there. It's in the air.
The call is confirmed. The runner is
Before he
out.
catches it.
The call is confirmed. The toe is still down. Wow. I didn't think that was as clear cut. I thought there was a chance his foot was up in the air when he caught it.
Sure.
But they made quick work of that in New York. So it's out number 2. And now Ernie Clement is the batter. High fly ball to left field. He's hit it well. It's caught. Pages caught it. Crashing into Kike Hernandez to save the Dodgers and force this game to extra innings. An unbelievable play by Pages, denying the Blue Jays the World Series championship here in the bottom of the 9th inning.
I couldn't believe the outfielders were so shallow. They had stayed shallow in that situation, and watch how far they have to run. Kike Hernandez has a long run to get back to the
This is just the 6th time in Major League history this has happened. Extra innings, World Series, Game 7. Kiner Falefa is in at second, and Sir Anthony Dominguez is on the mound.
only 4 hits in the postseason, and we're 10 1/3 for Sir Anthony Dominguez.
Misses outside. It's a ball and a strike on Freddie Freeman, who will be followed by Mookie Betts and then Max Muncy. Here's a fly ball to left. It's hit pretty well, but Straw is back and has room. Now Mookie Betts. Betts tonight 0 for 3 with a walk. I think by this point everybody knows this, but again, we know a lot of viewers don't watch as much during the regular season, but they're keyed in on this. No runner at second base in extra innings in the postseason. Straight baseball. Foul back, 1-1. That's how you wind up with an 18-inning game back in Los Angeles.
Yeah. Second extra inning game of this 7-game series.
The 1-1.
Ball.
Inside, ball 2. Dominguez, the 6th pitcher of the night. Scherzer, Varlin, Bassett, Yasavage, Hoffman, and now Dominguez. 3-1. Dominguez has great stuff, but at times can struggle to find the strike zone. And he walks Betts. Now Max Muncy. It was Muncy who homered in the 8th off Trey Yasavage. The Blue Jays took a 2-run lead to the 8th inning. Muncy homered in the 8th. Miguel Rojas homered in the 9th. And the Dodgers have forced it into extra innings. And again, twice in the bottom of the 9th, the Blue Jays came this close to winning it. From a Dodger perspective, Andy Pages loses his spot in the lineup, just comes in, and then makes a miraculous catch.
Mookie Betts doesn't run as often as he did earlier in his career, but he still has 8 steals. You got to keep your eye on him at first base.
Being held on by Guerrero. They really play Muncy to pull on the infield again.
Ball.
And he takes it low for ball 2.
Muncy had a splitter off Trey Yasavage that was up and out over the plate on the outer half, about belt high.
The other 5 times, by the way, that Game 7 of the World Series went to extra innings. The first time way back in 1912. The most recent time, 2016, when the Cubs beat Cleveland in extra innings. One of the most famous ones, the Marlins beating Cleveland in 1997. That is up the middle and a base hit from Muncy. Betts will stop at second.
Come out.
That almost hit Sir Anthony Dominguez on the mound as it comes right back at him. Muncy gets another ball out over the plate. Dominguez swiped at it, but he missed it with his glove. And it's past the infielders out into center. Mookie Betts stops at second base.
So first and second, one out for Teoscar Hernandez. 0 for 3 with a sac fly tonight.
Ball.
Ball 1. The Dodgers now making the most of their opportunities tonight. 1 for 9 with runners in scoring position. The Blue Jays are 3 for 16. They've had more chances. There's a strike, 1-1.
That's a big sweeper, the breaking ball. Yamamoto. Oh, he has stepped up. 2 wins so far in this 7-game series.
Dave Roberts has used all 4 of his starting pitchers in this game. Shohei Ohtani, Tyler Glasnow, Blake Snell, and Yoshinobu Yamamoto.
4 aces. 4 pitchers that would start number 1 for most teams in the big leagues.
A ball and 2 strikes on Hernandez. 2-2.
Mookie Betts is getting one of the best secondary leads you can imagine at second base. I mean, he's running off second base once the pitch is delivered to home plate. It's exactly what you want to do in this situation. Get the best secondary lead you can get.
The 2-2. Foul back. And now Braden Fisher and Mason Fluharty are both up. The Dodgers threatening in the top of the 10th. The 2-2 again. Just off the corner, ball 3. Boy, he looked like he had Teoscar locked up, but missed the corner by a couple of inches.
Now he's got a 3-2 pitch.
And here it comes. And it's outside again, another walk. And this one loads the bases. 2 walks in the inning, given up by Sir Anthony Dominguez, and Pete Walker's heading to the mound.
Away.
And this has been an issue, as you mentioned, Dan. He's had problems at times finding the strike zone. The 2 walks in this inning. Walked Mookie Betts, and now he's walked Teoscar Hernandez, and it's hard to walk Teoscar Hernandez. Teo had just 64 walks, or excuse me, he had 26 walks all season long in the regular season compared to 139 strikeouts.
And we don't know what's going to happen here, obviously, but you go back to the bottom of the 8th. Clement doubles. Jimenez, remember, they take the bunt off. He hits that screaming liner to third, but they can't advance the runner on that. They don't score, and then bases loaded, 1 out, bottom 9. With a chance to win it, can't score. Now the Dodgers have that same situation here, top 10. And here's Pages, who made that great catch. He has really struggled with the bat in October, which is why he has lost his spot in the starting lineup.
Yeah, Pages just 4 for 50 in the postseason for LA.
Infield in for the Blue Jays. 1-1 the count.
Pages had a fine regular season. He was second on the team with 27 home runs. But he has hit his way onto the bench in this postseason. Just 4 hits.
Betts the lead runner at third. And the 1-1.
Ball.
Just low, ball 2. And John Schneider really not a fan of that call. Ball to short. Jimenez coming home. They get the lead runner. 2 down.
Boy, they hit it to the right guy. That's for sure. Andres Jimenez with a great inner clock. Took his time and made a very strong, accurate throw to the plate to force out Betts at home. Guy takes his time, rights himself, and makes a good, strong throw to Alejandro Kirk.
So 2 down. Now Muncy's at third. Teoscar Hernandez at second. Pages at first. And the batter is Kike Hernandez. Outside, ball 1. What a ball game. Swing and a miss, 1-1. Yamamoto going through his between innings routine. He somehow got out of it in the 9th, and he's the guy coming back out in the 10th. A tapper to the right side. Guerrero the flip. Out at first. as Dominguez found the bag with his feet just in the nick of time.
Another good play by Vlad. He came off the bag to take that little chopper up the first baseline. Dominguez has to get over and cover. He goes for it. And Vladdy flips right on the money just in time to get Hernandez. No question. And there's been so many good moments, and you see now Shane Bieber, the starter in Game 3, will come out and loosen up. Actually, he was a starter in Game 4. He went and pitched 5 1/3. A terrific job. Picked up the win. 1 run on 4 hits in 5 1/3, and he's getting loose now in the Blue Jays bullpen.
Andres Jimenez will lead it off against Yamamoto. He'll be followed by George Springer and then Miles Straw. Remember, the Blue Jays made a couple of changes, so Lucas is out of the game. Bichette is out of the game. And quickly 0-2 on Jimenez.
Both managers deploying all of their weapons. And as Dan mentioned, all 4 starters for the Dodgers have pitched in this game.
Bounce to second, and Jimenez retired, 1 down. Let's go down to Hazel.
Dan, this is incredible. Ernie Clement, as he walked by the camera well, saw me with my head down. I was anxious, and he put his arm around me and said, "How you doing? You doing okay?" I said, "Don't you have a ball game to look after?" He said, "Just want to check on you, make sure you're fine." We're fine, he said, and smiled and walked away. Wow.
That is Ernie. As fine a guy as you'll ever meet. Did Springer get hit? No, he did not. He's signaling to the dugout it didn't hit him. Not only is Ernie Clement as fine a guy as you'll meet, he has set a major league record with 30 hits this postseason. And Buck, had he hit that fly ball 6 inches further, he'd have walked it off to win the World Series the last time out. 1-0 to Springer. Ball 2.
You know, Ernie Clement and Addison Barger both have had 12 hits in the World Series. That ties 3 other tandems of teammates for the most hits by 2 teammates in a World Series.
2-0 on Springer. Way outside, ball 3.
Including Paul Molitor and Roberto Alomar in 1993. Each of them had 12 hits. So Ernie Clement and Addison Barger both have had terrific World Series runs here.
You know Springer will be swinging if he sees what he likes. The 3-0. Breaking ball in there, 3-1. Maybe a cutter there from Yamamoto.
Yamamoto's got so much confidence that he can throw any of his pitchers over for a strike.
Same pitch in there again, 3-2. Maybe a splitter that time. And it's a full count now on Springer. Yamamoto winds and works. And down goes Springer, fouling it off his leg.
Yeah. That ball moves so much. That was a slider on the inside part of the plate, and Yamamoto hung it, but it was so far inside, all George could do was foul it. That's that right knee that he got hit on the pitch out in Seattle.
By Brian Wu. 3-2 again. And he got him. Got Springer to chase one down and away for out number 2. So now Miles Straw will come up. He came on defensively a couple of innings ago. Popped up foul right side and back out of play. long can Yamamoto go? He's only thrown 18 pitches, but Dave Roberts clearly wants to stay with him as long as he can, as it's now November the 2nd here in the East. On the count. Down and away. And now Jack Dreyer, a left-hander, is up again.
Yeah, you wouldn't think they would push Yamamoto too far after he pitched last night.
Straw lifts a fly ball to right, but Teoscar Hernandez is right there and makes the catch. And the Blue Jays are retired, and it's on to the 11th.
Bedard had childhood ambitions to become architects.
Game 7 of the World Series tied at 4. A Miguel Rojas home run with 1 out in the 9th inning, sending this game to extras. And John Schneider has gone to his bullpen again. The 50-50 draw keeps climbing. An incredible amount of money, $22.8 million. It's climbing like by millions tonight from where it was at the beginning of the night. And here is Shane Bieber, the Game 4 starter on 3 days rest, entering the ballgame.
Yeah, Bieber was outstanding. 81 pitches over 5 1/3. He held the Dodgers to a single run on 4 hits. He had 3 walks and struck out 3. So he is pitching on short rest, just like everybody else in this ballgame.
All hands on deck is living up to the phrase here tonight. Here's Rojas, the man who tied it in the 9th.
Rojas didn't like that call. Felt like it was off the plate outside. And a slider off Jeff Hoffman for that game-tying home run.
A bouncer weakly hit to third. Charging Clement. Got it.
Another good defensive play. Ernie, knowing who the runner was, didn't try to barehand it. Knew he had time to use his glove. And then look how deep he is at third base. He was guarding the line. He backhands it and fires it. Hurried to get Rojas easily.
And now Ohtani, who went 0 for 2 with a walk against Bieber in Game 4. Both outs were strikeouts. Broken bat. One hopper to second. Kiner Falefa to first. And very quickly 2 down. Boy, in a situation like this, you like a guy like Bieber, who is very calm and cool at all times.
Yes, he is. And this is his 5th start in the postseason. He's got 2 wins and no losses. Yeah, he doesn't get rattled.
2 down. Here's Will Smith. Breaking ball in the dirt for ball 1.
This guy's dangerous. He has had some big hits for the Dodgers in this series.
Curveball taken low, 2-0. Yamamoto looks like he will continue. High fly to left. He's hit it a long way. And it's gone. Will Smith has homered, and the Dodgers have the lead. You said he was dangerous, and he got a breaking ball. Again, they got too much of the plate. Not where Bieber is looking to put it. And Smith deposits it over the left field wall.
His 3rd home run of this World Series and gives the Dodgers the lead. Take a look at the location of this pitch. A breaking ball right over the heart of the plate. They didn't get that curveball away. It just spun out over the heart of the plate. Another look at that breaking ball, and Beaver has had such good success with his breaking ball, but that one just hung out there, and you can see Smith hollering for that ball to go.
Two and one now on Freddie Freeman. So the Dodgers hit solo home runs in the 8th, in the 9th, and now in the 11th.
That's in. 3-1.
And the Blue Jays will need to score to keep their season alive. Full count.
3-2.
Sent foul, still 3-2 on Freeman. Grounded to short. Jimenez has it. And the Dodgers are retired, but Will Smith has hit a home run to give them a 5-4 lead going to the bottom of the 11th as the Blue Jays come up. The Will Smith home run in the top half of the inning. It is 5-4 Dodgers. Yoshi Yamamoto is back on the mound again. He was the Game 6 starter last night. He's trying to close it down now. Hai-Sung Kim, who had yet to appear in the series, is now at second base. Justin Dean, a plus outfielder, is in center. Andy Pages has moved to right. Teoscar Hernandez is out of the game.
Yeah, this is the third appearance for Dean defensively. He's yet to have a postseason plate appearance. And Yamamoto, he's already picked up 2 wins in this World Series, and he is the pitcher of record for the Dodgers right now. But the Blue Jays aren't done. They got their big bat coming up right now.
Guerrero leading it off.
Ball.
Takes it off the corner for ball 1. Vladdy will be followed by Isaiah Kiner-Falefa and then Addison Barger. The 1-0. 2-0. You know Yamamoto doesn't feel at full strength, having thrown 96 pitches last night. But boy, has he gotten big outs. 2-1.
2-1.
All season long, when they have needed to find a way, they have found a way. Can they do it again? 2-2.
Four-seam fastball. His velocity is down a bit, as you would expect, given the fact he threw 6 innings. Clayton Kershaw is up with rookie Sasaki.
Ball.
Inside, it's full on Guerrero.
Kershaw has recorded 1 out in this World Series.
And Sasaki threw 33 pitches last night, and it was not all that effective. Full count on Guerrero. And it's lined down the left field line. It is a fair ball. And Guerrero will start off the inning with a double.
Wow. Vladdy Guerrero, his first hit of the night is a leadoff double here in the 11th with the Blue Jays down by a run. He was born ready. Gets that inside pitch and fights it off and keeps it fair down the left field line. He says, come on, boys, let's go.
So the tying runs at second, and Kiner-Falefa is up in a bunting situation. They're in on the corners. And he gets it down.
A beauty. Absolutely perfect bunt. Only thing they had is a play at first base. Terrific execution by IKF.
So Guerrero comes to third with 1 out, and Addison Barger steps to the plate, and now pitching coach Mark Pryor is headed to the mound.
This is really interesting. Barger's had a terrific postseason run. He's got a right-hander on the mound in Yamamoto, and the tying run is just 90 feet away.
And he's got Clayton Kershaw up in the bullpen, but not going to Kershaw here to face Barger.
Barger 1 for 5 against Yamamoto.
So how do you game plan for a guy with 7 pitches when what you want to do is just get a ball in the air?
You look for the ball out over the plate. You target center field, stay on the ball. Don't try to pull the ball. Don't try to do too much. Just take what he gives you, and they're going to play the infield in. Obviously, the tying run just 90 feet away. You got to play the infield in.
Yamamoto and Barger. Outside, says home plate umpire Jordan Baker. Ball 1, and you saw a deep exhale there from Barger after that pitch. How do you keep that heart rate low? How do you keep those nerves calm? Two and 0.
Very good take. He's done a great job of keeping his heart rate into control. He's got 2 hits tonight. Been on base 3 times.
They keep pitching him away. He's got the ability to hit the ball with authority to the opposite field.
Ball.
3-0.
Alejandro Kirk is on deck. You got to give him a green light in this situation. The sac fly will more than likely tie up the game.
Ball 4. So the winning run is on base. Guerrero's at third, Barger's at first, and here comes Kirk, who has meant so much to this team this year, has had so many big hits, but again, a guy who cannot hit the ball on the ground in this situation, or it is an almost guaranteed double play. Got to get the ball in the air.
Alejandro Kirk has had 3 walk-off hits this year. He's gotten big hits all season long. Hit it to the outfield. Got to have something up in the zone.
Runners on the corners, 1 out. And it's fouled off 0-1.
Yamamoto is so good at getting the ball to the catcher very quickly. It's hard to run against him.
On the count, and the pitch. And a slow curve is in there, and Yamamoto's out in front 0-2.
Well, I tell you what, there's a big hole on the right side for Alejandro Kirk. This on Kim is shaded up the middle.
All the strikes on Kirk. And the pitch. And a broken bat, grounder to short. And the Dodgers turn it and win it. The Dodgers have won the World Series. They have beaten the Blue Jays 5-4 here in 11 innings. They have repeated as World Series champions. And an incredible year for the Blue Jays ends with heartbreak as they come as close as you can come to winning a World Series. But the Dodgers are the team that find a way and beat them to take the title.
2 extra inning wins for the Dodgers in the 7-game series, and utter disappointment for the Blue Jays. All season long, they fought back from adversity. They came from behind to win games. And how about Yamamoto? 3 wins in the 7-game series. He was nearly perfect. The Blue Jays mounted a rally in the 11th inning. Bradley got a leadoff double, moved him to third with the sacrifice bunt. Barger walked, and then Alejandro Kirk hit the ball on the ground, and they turned a double play.
And again in the bottom of the ninth, on one play, a fraction of a second from winning it. On the next play, a few inches from winning it on the Clement fly ball. They came so close. And again, they had a remarkable season, a memorable season, and a season that should be celebrated. But in this moment, obviously, it's nothing but heartbreak for the Blue Jays.
They won't be thinking about